Okay, it's your boy T-Main, right back at it, about to talk some Top Flow Sports Show, Cleveland Browns versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, so this game right here, what I will say is all the problems and issues that everyone thought that we were going to have, the reason why we were going to lose this game, didn't even happen. We controlled the ball. You know, we played physical. We were really good at the line of scrimmage. I mean, actually, I feel like we played a better game than the Cincinnati Bengals. Ultimately, you know, a few mistakes were made that cost us, like the interceptions. And I don't blame Joe Flacco for those interceptions. When the ball hit your hand, we were always taught coming up as kids and in the football world in general, when the ball hit your hands, you got to make that catch. Now, it could be a bad pass. Listen, everybody can't expect quarterbacks to be perfect. The quarterback's not going to put the ball on the money every single time. That's what receivers get paid big money for. They're the best in the world, right? You got to make those catches. And if you don't make those catches, you got to make sure that ball don't end up in the opponent's hand on account of you touching the ball and then the ball floating in the air because you made a half effort to make the catch. You know, some situations, I mean, from time to time, things happen. You can't control it. But at the same time, when you get paid to do this and you focusing, you got to make those catches because those interceptions were costly. The Browns defense played immaculate today. I don't care what anyone says. Those first couple of drives, that was just, you know, scripted plays and stuff that Cincinnati already had for weeks and weeks and weeks. They practiced those drives, those first couple of drives. But when the game, you know, starts to settle in and things of that nature, you can't let a game slip out your fingertips because players don't want to catch the ball. Now, we're going to get into the kicker. That's the main reason. That's the ultimate reason we lost. Because even with the turnovers, that once again wasn't Joe Flacco's fault, even with those turnovers, is no excuse for you to win a job in the preseason and come out here in the regular season and miss chippers. Man, I'm upset. You know, I mean, we can't never start off 1-0. Only like one time in the last forever have we started off 1-0. And when it's simple stuff like chip shot kicks that were missed, that's the reason you lost, because ultimately the score was 17-16. I took the under, by the way, so I won a little money. But besides that, the score was 17-16. So you looking back at this game and you say, what cost us? Well, guess what? As soon as he missed that extra point, I was like, 16-14 game, that extra point's going to hurt us. And it did, because the Bengals couldn't get the ball rolling towards the end of the game. They couldn't move the ball. So if you are 17-17 at home in the regular season with home field advantage, like, you got a big time opportunity to win this game. And that's just if he would have just made one of the kicks. That's just if he made the extra point, to be more specific. Just make the extra point. At least we got a chance. But not only do you miss the extra point, you miss the field goal. So let's tally this up on reasons why the Browns are not 1-0 right now, and we're 0-1 like normal, looking bad. Missed extra point. Missed field goal. 2 turnovers to 0. Okay, so no missed field goals or extra points by Cincinnati. No turnovers by Cincinnati. The Browns, 2 turnovers, 2 missed kicks. Imagine if you didn't do the things that you did to hurt yourself, to shoot yourself in the foot, Cleveland Browns. You are 1-0 at this moment. That's why the media, that's why no one is picking the Browns to be anything. The Browns is a decent team. I mean, Joe Flacco, I feel like, was very good. I think that he was patient. He managed the offense well. He put us in positions with a lot of screen passes. I felt like we were missing that last year, when Flacco wasn't around. Those dump off passes when things aren't available, give it to the running back. Let him get out there in the open field and make a play. We haven't been getting those opportunities. But guess what? We got them today. Joe Flacco was putting us in position, moving the ball. It didn't look like the same, even though we only scored 16 points, it didn't look like the same 16 points we were averaging last year. But that's when the turnovers and the field goals and the extra points and stuff like that come back to haunt you. Dylan Sampson, amazing. I love it. I lost a bet because I took him 52, minus 52. I didn't think he was going to get 52 yards. I didn't know they were going to use him as much as they did, but I'm glad they did because now I've seen something in him that in the future I know, like, okay, Dylan Sampson is going to be very serviceable on not just the passing game, but the running game. And then you got Quinshon Judkins coming back. So that's going to be a major play for us as far as getting some more depth in the running back spot. But all in all, I don't think the running back had an issue with this game. The offensive line wasn't an issue. Maybe towards the end it got, a little bit dicey, but for the most part, the offensive line was good. Defensive line played out. Defense in general balled out. Really pretty much made life miserable and tough for Chase. Chase didn't have one of those amazing games that he normally have. I mean, put it like this. The Browns do not look like a 3-14 team. They may go 3-14 this season because losing a turnover battle is just not a winning formula. And I hope everybody don't spin it as Joe Flacco is turnover prone and he's the issue. Because, yes, Joe Flacco has a pass of turning the ball over, but if you really dissect the game and look deep into the number and use your eyeballs and the eyeball test, right, you will see that Joe Flacco was throwing the ball pretty well, and the interceptions that he threw was based off of butterfingers by the wide receivers like Cedric Tillman. Great game until you drop, And even if you don't consider it a drop because it was a tough pass to catch, I'd rather the receiver notice that he's not going to be able to catch the ball and let it hit the ground. Don't try to do something that you're not Jerry Rice, man. You're not Randy Moss. Like, sometimes you got to pick and choose your battles. Okay, this is a bad pass. Let me let him dirt this one. I'm not about to. Unless you know that you're good enough to make these catches. Like, I don't know, man. It's hard to explain. Like, 2 passes right in the receiver's hands or in the vicinity, pops up in the air, leaves an open interception lane for a defender. I just don't get that part of the game. It's like the ball just don't never want to fall in the Browns' favor. Because at the beginning of the game, we were getting a lot of penalties. They were giving us a lot of penalties, like a lot of defensive pass interference. Like we were getting that home field advantage, like from the refs. A lot of penalties. The Browns usually lose the penalty battle as well. Not so much today. We had some knick-knack penalties here and there, but for the most part, Cincinnati was giving us plenty of opportunities. All we needed to do was get some stops. We got the stops, but then once it came down to scoring the points, the kicker left 4 points on the board. We lost by 1. Says a lot, man. It's your boy, T-Main, right back at it. Top Flow Sports Show. See y'all next week.